This Raw review was brought by one half of the British Fist, me NJ. What's up? And this Raw kicked off with a bang. The McMahons returned. We had Stephanie McMahon, a surprise return from her, which I believe could have been hyped up last week. You know, to give the fans some question of what's happening next week, give them something to look forward to, maybe get some older fans to come back temporarily to see Stephanie, because we all like a bit of Stephanie, don't we? And she basically comes out to say she's made an executive decision that Triple H will not compete tonight because of the match that he had with Brock Lesnar and how banged up he is. And she goes on to tell the fans to stop being so selfish. Triple H put his body on the line to please the fans. Now he just needs time to rest. This brings out Vince McMahon, who basically agrees with her and goes on to say that the WWE is a family show, not a blood show. Basically saying the Attitude Era has come and gone. We're now in a kids-friendly, happy-go-lucky kind of era now. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure we're going to get more brutal matches somewhere down the line, especially with this Brock Lesnar extended contract. The McMahons then go on and say that Curtis Axel and the WWE Universe all below Triple H. What a big way to put over Triple H, who is already that damn good, the King of Kings and the game himself. But Curtis Axel, he's an uprising star, so I'm sure there's going to be more to come from him. Later in the night, Triple H is frustrated with Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon frustrated with Triple H because Triple H says this match is going to happen. It's going to happen next week. But he ends up leaving in a limo without Stephanie. So is Stephanie going to go home with Vince McMahon, or is Stephanie going to wait until Triple H comes back? Oh dear. But that's hyping up next week. You know, is Triple H going to do it? Is Triple H going to wrestle? Stuff like this to get us tuning into next week or looking forward to next week is needed. The first match of the night after an interruption of The Shield, we have The Shield versus Team Hell No and Randy Orton. This match goes down the way we expect it. The Shield are doing their dominant ways over the faces until Daniel Bryan gets tagged in. And this match became a lot about Daniel Bryan. You know, Daniel Bryan was showing his frustration. He was showing that he's going to be taken seriously from now on. And the way that WWE were packaging Daniel Bryan in this match, yes, he goes on, takes out the Shield. But then the match goes against Daniel Bryan because Roman Reigns pushes Randy Orton into Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan goes into Dean Ambrose, who hits him down with the headlock drive, I think it's called. And for the 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan lost to the Shield, which is going to add a little bit more to a later promo where he calls himself the weak link and he wants to prove himself. So he requests one more match tonight on Raw. And who does he go off and find? None other than Ryback. Now we get to a match that I'm going to give WWE credit for. It seems to have been a #1 contendership for the Tag Team Championships. We have the Usos. Yeah, I can't do their little strut they do before they come down to the ring. Versus the Primetime Players. And I wonder who won. The Usos, who have done work on NXT, have been brought into the WWE to maybe get a shot against the dominance of the Shield at a later date down the line. I'm going to give the WWE credit because they've given us more tag teams, because there was the big question. Once this whole Team Hell No thing finishes, who are the Shield going to face? The fact that WWE, maybe it's a one-off thing, or maybe this is the start of something. We need to get more tag teams in to face the Shield or future tag teams. So well done WWE for stepping the Usos back to be challengers for the tag team gold. Now we get to a repeated match, which I don't really think it has much reason to it, but that is none other than Alberto Del Rio versus Biggie Langston. If I had white powder in my hands, it would give the effect up a bit more, but I just must look a bit crazy. I just clap my hands like that. But yes, basically this match goes down with a kind of creative finish where Alberto Del Rio is locking in his armbar really well, and then he turns it into a pin. You could say it wasn't the best way to pin Langston, but I do question where's Langston going to go from this, because we have AJ still looking like she's unsure about Langston and the losses he has. So maybe it's going to go somewhere down with Langston breaking it with AJ, AJ breaking it with Langston, Langston face turn. But as long as they stop with this Del Rio and Langston matches, I'll be fine. Then we get to Sheamus versus Cody Rhodes with the commentator Damien Sandow. This match, very predictable because Team Rhodes Scholars right now are not being built up as a tag team or winning team, even though I do want to see more from both Cody and Damien. But here we go. Bro kicked Cody 1, 2, 3 and down goes Cody. After the match, I want to question this because it really weren't needed, and why is this feud even happening? Why is Sheamus picking to feud against Sandow? Because Sheamus comes out the ring, offers to shake Sandow's hand. Sandow keeps knocking his hand out the way, and all of a sudden, Sheamus gives him a right hand to the side of the head. Yes, it's to add a little bit more to their feud, but I question why is this feud happening, and was that extra handshake punch to the head thing really needed? But again, it's putting Sandow into a feud, even though you just recently reunited Team Rhodes Scholars. But I look forward to seeing if the WWE are going to benefit Sandow, or if this is going to be another feud for Sheamus to come out on top. Now this match makes me laugh because yes, the commentators try to show their reasoning behind it, but not a very good match apart from the aftermatch, which was Fandango versus Carly. But the first thing I want to say before I get into the result and the aftermatch is I'm really not behind Fandango. If it weren't for his theme song, I'm not sure if Fandango would be over, or as over as he is now, and plus his voice is annoying me. My name is Fun Done Go. His voice is annoying. But the main purpose of this match, I'm sure Fandango got counted out. I don't know how this match finished, but basically, as Fandango tries to leave and go up the ramp, we have The Miz walking down the ramp slowly, but up comes Wade Barrett behind The Miz, gives him the elbow to set up the match that happens after the commercial break, The Miz versus Wade Barrett. And just like past matches, it finishes with Fandango fandangoing, you know, that dancing with Summer Rae. And it just makes me laugh that Fandango dancing is enough to distract wrestlers in the ring who should be concentrating on each other. It just makes me laugh, but while Wade Barrett's being distracted, The Miz locks in a figure 4 leg lock for the win. Sooner or later, this is going to get announced as a match for the pay-per-view, probably a triple threat match. Early in the night, we were hyped up with this contract signing, which was meant to be Punk and Jericho signing their contracts for their payback match, but instead, Paul Heyman is doing it on behalf of his client. We have Paul Heyman basically putting over CM Punk and how things are going to be at his hometown at Payback with the crowd behind him, and how Jericho will instantly turn heel in the process of the crowd behind Punk. And after Paul Heyman's mic work, Jericho tries to suggest other places, SummerSlam, Madison Square Garden, or right there on Raw. And each time Jericho makes a suggestion, Paul Heyman says, no, no, no. Once the contract signs, for some reason, Chris Jericho says, I'll tell you where we're filing this contract, and puts it in Paul Heyman's pants. Good place to file it, but I didn't really get that joke, but I guess the match is set. I was hoping that the contract was going to be rigged in a way, and it's going to be Chris Jericho versus Curtis Axel or Brock Lesnar. Maybe CM Punk is not going to be there, and Chris Jericho will indeed end up facing one of the other two wrestlers. We'll just have to wait and see, but at this moment in time, I think CM Punk's break from the WWE is going to be a bit longer than Paul Heyman's trying to make it out to be. Now, a match that was more, it looked like it was two matches in one, but I think the main purpose in this was so Caitlyn could pin one of the Bella twins to get her a win while AJ fled the ring. This is possibly teasing a Divas Championship match at Payback between Caitlyn and AJ. Now we get to my favourite match of the night, which happened to be Daniel Bryan versus Ryback. This was a really, really good match. There was many different spots. Ryback taking what Daniel Bryan had to give him, like the leg lock elbow smashy thing that he did very well in this match. And I'm really loving Daniel Bryan's frustration. If the WWE want to put Bryan over, make fans take him seriously, what they're doing with him, especially in this match, is definitely doing that. It's got me I like Daniel Bryan, but this has made me become more of a fan of Daniel Bryan. I'm really liking how this is built up. That Kane was out for the night because he just said, no, I'm leaving you to it. This is what you want. Go out there and do it. There's many times when Daniel Bryan got a close pinfall, a close submission, but Ryback, yes, he was selling what Daniel Bryan was doing, but in the end puts Daniel Bryan through a table. And as he goes out to get another one, set another one up, out comes John Cena, running out with his championship. This is what you want, come and get it. And for once, it looked like Ryback was going to get into the ring and have a brawl with Cena. But out comes Curtis Axel for the main event. The thing about this match, it was made a no disqualification match, thanks to Vince McMahon early in the night. I just don't know why there was count outs in this match. That was a bit confusing. And the other thing is, did John Cena take advantage of the no disqualification in this match? Because most of the time he was using his John Cena comeback style, which I'm quite happily, when they did bring the John Cena comeback style in, Ryback was there waiting. Because as John Cena went after Paul Heyman, Ryback put John Cena through a table that was set up before the match. Yes, he's not winning by pinfall, but I think the best is yet to come for Curtis Axel, and he's beat John Cena twice and Triple H once. So, in my opinion, yes, he deserves actually a pinfall on someone, but I'm not going to complain because it was another win for Curtis Axel at this point in time. If you used to ask me what did I think of this Raw, my answer would be I was entertained. It weren't a bad Raw like people would say we've had recently. We have direction. We have direction for the tag team, the Shield, Daniel Bryan, Triple H, John Cena, Curtis Axel. Yeah, Sheamus and Sandow. We have the Intercontinental mid-card. On SmackDown, The Miz doing a Miz TV with Team Hell No. We have Raw from Curtis Axel on SmackDown. So I think, to be honest, things were looking up tonight on Raw. Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. And I've been NJ in this WWE shirt because I don't have a Daniel Bryan shirt. You've been the people watching. Please do me the massive favour of please keep smiling. Until next time. Goodbye.